La 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 la. Oh, hello, big guy. Hey, name's Goolierchain. Hey, I'm gonna stab you in the back. Grr. Oh my god, the fucking blood. Fucking blood, yes. All of it. All of it. Yes. Wait, this is with you? Oh crap, you should have told me that. Oh, I'm just gonna take that. And, here's footage of me dancing. Oh crap, I wasn't prepared for this. Okay, transition please? Yeah, let's get started. Okay, so first thing first, Bloodborne was a game made by From Software, which is a studio which made Demon Souls, which later on went to Dark Souls and made Dark Souls 2, which was actually a high success for their time, as known as one of the hardest games. However, during the time, they were making something else. They wanted to make Dark Souls, but they wanted to start out anew, a fresh business. So now they have Bloodborne, which is basically from its predecessors and hard game, which is an RPG action roleplay in which you discover the lands of a city named Yharnam, which is long gone. But to show most of the game off, I'm going to be showing off the tutorial area with, you know, my own way of doing so, because I feel like this is the best way to show the game. It's really hard to explain. So the first thing we have here is the creator. I name my character after me because I'm not really sure what to do. The creation for your character is actually has some variety. However, it is a bit limited then, you know, you really can't mess around with it. Right here we have the many different traits. I'm actually gonna pick waste of skin to make myself harder. Now, while the character might be as well, the protagonist is really just the problem with the story is that throughout the whole story, because I'm going to be talking about this while me in the past is deciding, is that the whole story is based on what you think, which I actually do like this decision from where they're going point. They're going from a point of where they don't want the story to be too vaguely, but they want it to be enough so you can kind of see your own perspective, because there's actually a lot to, like, there's a lot of lore, fan base on the Dark Souls, and it's really cool. And here we are right now, because the best way to make a character is by doing absolutely everything random. So I made a woman character, and this is what it is. I actually saved it to favorites because I actually really did like this a lot, and it just looks ridiculous. And you know what, we might have so much of Mrs. Frankenstein, so I did name it Mrs. Frankenstein. So right after that, I said okay, and it goes right back into another cutscene, which is, you know, always nice. It really is cool. I do like this character. This might have been the best character I've ever made. It was just so beautiful. Again, with these kind of characters creation, you just really need to mess around with it. And here comes the big wolf. Hello there, Mr. Wolf. How is your day? Oh, he just wants a hug. Oh, bye, Mr. Wolf. Sorry. Are you okay? I think he's okay. Oh, now there's skeleton people. Hi. Oh, they okay. I think they. Oh God. Kitso. Guys, hide the kids! Oh my god. This is terrifying. Okay, now once you start off in a location that you have no idea where you are. Great! Also, we got the hood up too, to look awesome. So later on, I came down to these skeleton buddies again, and they're actually called messenger, which they give you tips around the area, or kind of tell you where you need to go. And right here is the big old bad wolf that tried to kill me. Now I actually spent some time killing this thing because I want to see if we could kill it at the beginning. Fast forwarding a little bit, I spent about a good 3 minutes just using my own fists, and I got it to actually die. Yay, I guess. So I get some of the blood echoes from it, which is basically your XP in this game. I came across this crazy man because everybody in the town is actually crazy. But I'm not doing that much damage, so I decided to run off and get to the first lamp. Oh yeah, and be warned too, I have played this game with 2 other characters, so this is actually my 3rd playthrough. The reason why I actually went through with this again is because it's been so long I played this game. So when I was doing the review, I wanted to get a taste of what is Bloodborne at the beginning again? because I completely forgot. And right here I am admiring, because one of the best thing about Bloodborne is the beauty. I love the graphics, everything feels so real. And here we are with the first lamp. In Dark Souls, these points used to become bonfire. Oh yeah, remember that crazy old man? Yeah, this guy. Yeah, this guy. This guy is not nice. So I decided to head back. After I go back, we finally get introduction to the Hunter's Dream. Which, this is actually a really interesting place. And the reason why I say that is because this is kind of your home world for the most part. And this is where you kind of do, like, all of the personal stuff. Because once you get back into, you know, the real world, because this is like a dream world, I know, kind of weird, but once you do that, you'll end up here, where you buy everything you need. You have to repair weapons, because in this game, there's actually like a breaking weapon system, which is okay. It's nothing really too special, but it's there, so it's always nice. And then there's like a little freaking oh man, how does I say? It's really hard to say, but there's like fortifications you can do, so you can collect these like the blood shards, and there's a lot of upgrading. But the only thing is you have to do them all here, which it isn't a bad thing, but it definitely is interesting. I'll explain more of it when we come back here again. When you first come here, which the game actually expects you to die here. Not even kidding. The game expects you to die. When you die, you end up here, but if we make it to the first time, then okay then. Now you get 3 weapons at the beginning. I wanted to pick the weakest weapon because, again, I want to see how hard the game really is. I picked the pistol because that's just, well, I just like pistols. And a notebook. There's a multiplayer feature, but I'm going to talk about that later. And here's Grinium, the crazy old guy that you've seen, which he has a big part of the story, which is he is the first hunter. Again, there's now a lot of explanation. There really isn't a backstory to this guy, just that he's the first hunter. I'm not even kidding. Again, if you want to hear more about the lore, I would really point you out to the direction. Go on the Wikipedia or something, or go to like some forums of the fan base. And like, there's a lot of theories and possibilities. It is unreal. I've only took a little bit of a look at it. It's just insane. Right here, I took the hood off because I just needed my beautiful lady. So beautiful. One of the things I won't be talking about are those altars. Those altars belong to dungeons, but the reason why I'm not going to be talking about that is because I'm actually going to, again, explain that later, because they don't really do that much. And while here, you can know, this is one of the things I don't like, is how the game teaches you, because you see all those messengers right there. That's your tutorial. I'm not even kidding. Not only that, the place that you are in is your tutorial area, it's like those messengers are the only thing that tells you. I don't like that at all. I would just like it if the game told me, hey, you can do this for combat, you can roll. But the game doesn't really tell you that. But one of the cool thing about the weapon is that every single weapon in the game has another mode, which they can transform into another weapon. The crane is a blade, however, it can transform into a whip, which is very useful for like huge crowds and all that. So I went around killing these guys. I kept on going through the city, but things can get very crazy in this game and really bloody. Again, this game is very beautiful, and here's me, you know, attacking with some of these guys, you know, they hit very and everything. Yeah, these guys, I used to whip that guy somewhere out of nowhere. And then one of the cool things is that on top left of your health, which you couldn't see, but when you take damage and if we hit the enemy again before the yellow bar depletes, you get some of your health back. Which honestly, I like this system a lot, especially for this game. It feels right, and it really does make it a lot more easier. Even though you can carry up to 20 health files, it's always nice to be able to get your health back just for doing combat. Honestly, I think this should be in the next Dark Souls game. Have I mentioned there's actually going to be Dark Souls 3? My god, it never ends, does it? From Software Studios, well, you go alone. So I went down here because this is actually another area. It's possible that you would never need to go down this area, and I'm not kidding. You actually don't need to, for the most part. There are a couple of the items, but there are literally no key items you need. You can literally skip this entire thing, but that would be a bad thing, because then you don't get all of the experience. Not only that, there's some gear down here, which I'm going to say this again. I don't like this kind of exploration. See, I'm gonna explain this right now. Exploration is made so that we can get lost in a world with awesomeness. In this game, it does it by saying, we're gonna put you in an area, and it's up to you. It's nice, but the thing is, I have no idea where I'm going. When you're playing this game for the first time, you're gonna be walking around like an idiot. Like this. See, I just found her randomly, but this is Ellen the Crow, another character which, by the way, there really is no backstory, there's just a lot of lore. Again, not only that, this is actually a side quest. And you know what's amazing? You can completely miss this. And I did. For the first. I literally had no idea. She's in an obscure area on like these ceiling tops. You can actually kill her right now, by the way, too. Almost every single NPC you see is killable. But the thing is, all of the side quests are random. Like her, you have to go fight this guy, you need to go save her. But the thing is, they all happen at random time. There isn't really an objective, which is okay, but it's just... I don't like that. I would like a GPS or something. You know, in Skyrim and Fallout, you will at least know where the place is. It's just how to get there. That's up to you. I like that. Or Metroid. Metroid does that too, but in this game, that's not how it is. It's just wandering around like an idiot, just trying to find your way. It can be fun, but it also can be frustrating. That's my point. And I don't like it when I get frustrated. I really don't. And, you know, here's me at the, church again, you know, just looking at the workshop. And now, to introduce you to the first boss of the game. This is basically a tutorial boss, which, honestly, I was a bit scared when I first saw this. The Cleric Beast. Not even kidding. This is the first boss. And you can't run out of the fight either, because the right fog blocks it. So I came in, going for the awesome kill. Going, and stabbing, and... Yeah, I mean... Yeah. You get it for the most part. I mean, yeah. 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 Anyways, after skimming through some of the boring fight, we finally get to the point where I kill it. There we go. Have one picture left. And then a mighty of explosive happens. I look like a complete badass. Kinda. And then the lamp appears. So, of course, I went to collect the item, and I went back to the haunted stream, and here is the doll. Which, of course, now we get the beckoning bell, too, which, again, it's a multiplayer. I'll talk about that later. Which, the doll is used for upgrading your crap. Also, you have personal, effects, which I'll show off later. But there's also gestures. So, for like, again, multiplayer, you can, like, do gestures and all that. And this is the doll, which this is how you upgrade yourself. It's really weird. It isn't like any other game where once you get to a certain point, you pause your game and upgrade. You have to come to this place as this doll, and then you can upgrade. You have Vitality, Endurance, Rage, Skill, Blooding, and Arcane, all doing different things and increasing other stats-wise. You need a certain amount of blood echoes before you do it. And believe me, later, it takes a lot of blood echoes. Not only that, here's a special thing. While I was going around through Yharnam, because I just needed to explore the rest of it and open a couple of shortcuts, I met this girl. Yeah, this girl, who was alone, with a mulligan, and her father. Oh no, she's gone. She's alone. Oh no. But hey, we say you do want to find her, you get a tiny music box. Hell yeah, tiny music box. And this is basically a hint right here. Again, you really won't pay attention to what these people are saying. Most of the time anyways, because... Again, I have no idea who this girl is. I have no idea what's exactly going on. You see my point here. So I went into the personal effect and I equipped the tiny little box. As you can see, now I have a new weapon because I went back, you know, by what I need to get. With the blood echoes. And I found Piggy! I went down the sewer and I found a big pig. So the first thing I thought in my mind, hey, might as well just stab him in the butt. Yeah, and then pull my hand, take it. Wow, that's actually not normal in the slightest. I think I need to, Piggy? Piggy? I killed Piggy! Piggy! Oh. But hey, good news is I got this hard badge. With these badges gives you more items in the store, which is cool. You know, it's cool. And finally, I prepare myself for another boss fight with Father Chenosa. Actually, how the frick are you supposed to say his last name? I'm sorry, I really can't say it. But like, he seems cool. He has he looks like a hunter with an axe. He's definitely doing something. And oh wow, he has bad breath too. Woo. Okay then. Yeah, are we friends? Maybe. Is that a yes or no? He's running to me. Oh no, that's no. In order to make the fight easier, I did a special exploit, which basically using these graves and tombstones, he can't actually get to me. So after using the exploit, because again, that's really all this fight is, he transformed into his kind of beast mode right here, which is pretty cool. You can also use tiny music box, which I actually forgot to show off, my bad, to stun him while he's in his human form. It's useless when he's in his beast form though. So I throw Molotov at him because of course beasts don't like fire. However, there's a problem right here. He can... Yeah. Yeah. And believe me, you'll see that die screen. You died a lot. Second time, I tried using the Molotov, completely missed. However, I was managed to dodge, and actually, I actually got this here, even though the game didn't count it. This is another problem. Bullets and items will just go right through them a lot. And I'm not kidding, a lot. If they're too fast, they'll go right through. It is irritating. Another special thing about this game, when you die, your blood echoes gets dropped, so you need to pick them up. If you die again without getting them, then you're screwed. Your blood echoes are gone. However, I managed to get a fistful attack right here by parrying him. Bam! He is dead. Praise slaughter. And I get the Redeeming Tomb key. Woohoo! And that's basically it for the tutorial for the most part, actually. Not even kidding. That's literally the last part. After that, I go to the lab and turn it on. Basically so. Now it's time to talk about what I think of the game. First of all, it looks beautiful. It really does. A lot of the scenery in this game are unique and fascinating. The atmosphere is just fine because it's full of deadness. You feel like you're alone and you have so many monsters and everybody's going crazy. Heck, they even give you a special item called the Monocle, who lets you go into kind of this first person view and take a look around. Here and then there are some graphical texture, but honestly, you really won't notice them. And the game looks really good with this. Even the blood, most of the time, anyways. Sometimes the blood gets kind of outside, but honestly, it is fantastic. The game is just how it's supposed to be. A world of desolate, a world where everyone's crazy. It's great. It really is. Everything is right. Even the lighting. I love the lighting in some of the places. Like the swine. It looks beautiful. It looks like this is where it should be. Also, this guy. He's a thing. And that's Pyramid Head. That's a thing too in this game. For some reason. And my heck, even some of the fight looks really cool too. Like on top of this tower, there's this really cool guy who's shooting me. Seriously, this is so cool. Like, this fight could not be any... Oh. He fell off. Oh well. However, there's one bad thing about this game that I don't really like. Risky jumps to make for special things. Because right here, this is such a weird jump. You have to make 2 drops, and almost nobody found this. And actually, I only found this after a lot of playthrough. I just remember this. And honestly, it looks like a death drop more than anything. But again, that's how this game works. But hey, at least you get rewarded for it. And speaking of shortcuts, there are a lot in this game. You'll be doing a lot of loops because the areas in this game is actually not that big. A lot of the areas are these really small, like, think of a square with a lot of buildings. But there are specific ways you can only go. In fact, it makes the game very linear than it should. It's weird. However, sad news, I actually got stuck doing a boss called the Bloodstuffed Beast, and this is where I got really pissed off. So I used the Bagning Bell, which is a really cool item because you'll be able to do multiplayer. What's the problem in the multiplayer? Well, sometimes it just doesn't work, so I tried the Sinister Bell. Maybe I could get into a fight and fight someone for the blood echoes. That also didn't work, so I had to use the Silencing Blink, which just stops all multiplayer. However, I did get lucky, and I managed to join someone world, but the problem is that when you join someone, your level is by 10. What I mean by that, let's say you're level 5 and you join someone that is a level 10 or 12. You can still join them as a helper. And you'll die really quickly because your health gets reduced. you hold me, your health gets reduced. And what's even worse, this death right here is stupid. I hit him and then I just die. All because that guy was actually lower level, but he was way farther into the game. So I took away from that analogy. I did it. So I went on to my second goofy character, where I was at the end, because honestly, I just want to show off the end of the game, because this game really doesn't make any sense. But before I do that, I joined another person game because I had to grind, and grinding in this game is a bad thing. It really is. There is a lot of grinding in this game. However, I thought I could show off a PvP. And this lady, who, yeah, that's the thing, that's the lady, yeah, sure, that's the thing. So of course, I tried to look for the adversary. After fighting one of my teammates, I kind of just stood around here, but I did find one of them. However, I finally found the guy, just wandering around, but after he found out there was 3 of us, he just went back to his world. Because one of the thing about PvP is that your health gets reduced. I'm going to say this again, this is a stupid design. Health gets reduced. It's just stupid. I'm sorry, it really is. Anyways, after taking the elevator to, I really don't know what to call this bar. It's kind of like a premier final boss or something like that. But we're all using Ludwig's Holy Blade because honestly, that's like the #1 weapon in this game. If you're not using it, you're doing something wrong. And there's some magic in this game, but it's completely worthless. I do have magic on me, but I never use it because magic it's terrible. And it actually made me really sad because I love playing RPGs with magic. But it's terrible. Magic is not an option. You just don't use it. You really don't. There's like a couple of items, but it takes up bullets. And bullets you need to fucking... Like, couldn't we just give like a magic points bar? If we had MP in this game, I think it would have been a lot more better. Heck, it could have been limited too. Maybe you can only use an item once or twice. Wouldn't be that bad, honestly. It would be a hell of a lot more better than using bullets. And believe me, a lot of the items use way too much bullets. So we are fighting this boss, you know, getting it down, having a good time. But again, it's just this huge problem, and grinding is a huge problem. This is why I'm doing it. Okay, see? I use magic, but when I switch weapon, I try switching it back, but it's gone. And I lost my bullets. This is stupid. And this was a really stupid death. This is actually my fault. I got into this corner, and I just couldn't get out, so I actually ended up getting hit, but then that was so pissed. I was so pissed right there, because he wasn't even hit me before I took the final blow. So I got really pissed off. And that was there. Instead, I went to fight Granhelm, the First Hunter, which by many people, it is the best boss, but honestly, this is one of the most glitchiest boss I have ever fought in gaming. I know so many of you fans are going to be yelling out there at me for saying this is not a glitchy boss. It is very well done, but honestly, it's a game of dodging, shooting, and parrying throughout the whole thing. Nothing is fun about this fight. In fact, it's a chore. Most of the boss fight are pretty boring because you're just stabbing them, but at least you're doing something. Here, it's just timing. It's a quick time event. That's what it is. And I'm not kidding. The fight gets really good at the end. But in the first 2 phases, by the way, this boss has 3 phases. It's annoying, actually. And you die a lot from stupid death because this guy goes flying. In fact, it's luck. It's luck. And you will see you died a lot. I mean, this guy has a lot of power. He can transform using beast, blood pellets, and that's what he's using. He can use the hunter's bone, which he can dodge. He fucking attacks. He won't get stunned. This is really annoying. It's just, it's not why. I like a final boss to be tough, but no. The good news was that I actually did almost get him down by using some fire. I got really freaked out, so I used my hellfire, and this was a really close fight. So I came in and I took my holy blade out. However, I knew I was going to get hit no matter what, but I needed the hits in. So I almost died from here, but I took my last 2 hellfires. And I just kept going. Except for look how much damage that does. That's stupid. I'm sorry, even for a final boss, you should at least have a chance. And up to this point, I really didn't know what was going to happen. I knew if I got hit one more time, I was pretty much dead. So I actually stabbed myself because that's a mechanic. Well, if you stab yourself, you get bullets back, which I actually should. I don't know why I'm not doing that right now. That's actually a really stupid idea. I should, because I'm going to die anyways. This fight just makes me insane, like, even thinking about it. So yeah, there we go. I took it because now I'm just waiting for him to do, like, either a leap attack, or he's going to, like, one at me, and I'm just going to shoot him. I'm just going to end it. But he was I hated this so much. He uses this attack where he leaps in there and like leaves win. Now what happened is this. I dodge and he just kills me. So after that, I used my character that I spent 100 hours in with. Not even kidding. It is a pyramid head candle. So I went in and started up the boss fight. So again, I got him down to low health, and I have a lot of item. This was way better than my second character, which I only completed the game once. So I start around. I use fire paper, beast blood pellet. These are basically the 2 items you want during this boss fight. And really you just need a blade. So I counter his attack. Again, you can counter this, but it's random. It really is. And this is my second fight too. I only died once using this character. The other one was like, I tried about for an hour. I just couldn't. I had to switch to this pyramid head character. So I went for this final slash. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you listen to what's happening.
And so, the hunt begins again.
Any idea what just happened? I really don't, honestly. Again, the story really doesn't have that much to say. And that's considered to be the bad ending. There are 3 other endings you can do. But again, they don't really make any sense. That's why I didn't really did a spoiler. However, in the end, we're so... Bloodborne is only fun once you completed it once, then play again. This is a game where you should have a guide on your first walkthrough, and then you should really just play it again in your own pace. You'll have way much more fun. There was a lot to explore. There are bonus area, but honestly, you really can't keep going. You really can't. Like, I'm not really gonna come back to the game because I've already done everything. There's actually not that much to do. For more people has rated this game, they rated this game very high, and I know why. Because those people are mostly players from Dark Souls, and they don't admire the fact that there is a lot of grinding. The multiplayer is just bullshit. I hate the system. Not because you can't connect, that was a problem, but that's been fixed. It's just the reduced health and boring fights too. I really didn't enjoy with that much of the bosses. But for me, I give this game about 7 out of 10. It's above average game. It's actually really well done, where you can actually buy this game for $60. But if I were you, wait for a trial price or something like that. You'll be indeed much more happier. And don't play this game with friends. You gotta break friendships and all that, because honestly, you and your friend will drive you insane. Not even kidding. So I have a Goolierchain, and this was the Bloodborne review. If I haven't to say anything, don't eat blood. Hey, how do you like the review? I hope I didn't put it good. I put a lot of work into this. But if you want, you can drop a like. And if you want to be even more awesome, do subscribe. And all of the links will be in the description. If you want to stay in touch with me, how about go to my Twitter page? I keep updates on more videos and reviews. And also, you can also check out my Twitch at Goolierchain, where I do playthroughs and walkthroughs of different kind of game, and even some review footage for the reviews that I'm going to do later on in the future, which is really cool. And you can also check out my Google Plus in the description. However, I really don't use it that much, but it's there, so if you want, you can do it. But again, thanks for all you awesome dudes out there, and have a great time.